Well, let's call this chapter a tray full of rosemary. Well, rosemary may not fit the traditional bonsai, but it makes up a very interesting bonsai rather quickly. Okay, now this one here was started in March 25th, and we're about the same time on July. So we take 3 away from 7. It's been 4 months. Well, in 2 months, it rooted. So I put it in here on the May of 23rd, and it's still growing. At this point, I will not pull it out of the container because the roots are still developing. But what we should be doing right now is to start the styling process. So that's what I'm going to do today, is to style these things individually so they will have an interesting shape in the near future. Okay, so that's our project for today. It is a tray full of rosemary. In the past, I've been very vague about when I did this and that. Well, one is the memory. And then, these labels, I had a heck of a time trying to get a permanent marker. Well, I found this paint pen that will last. So that's why I'm able to give you a little bit more preciseness in terms of what I've done. Oh yeah. So this soil mix that I use to make cuttings, I use half lava rock and half bonsai soil. So I'm able to keep track of things and not have the labels wash off just about the time my memory fails. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to start shaping these. So we got 2, 4, 6, 8. So let's get started. Okay, well, these rosemaries, I think it's a good project for most of you. So what we want to do is make sure we create this nice line, right? And these will become side branches. We don't have to be exact, but this nice line going up like this, I think if we cut it off here or here like this, then you create that movement, right? So we cut off this side, and then maybe we turn this thing around a little bit and then cut off this side here. So we're not doing exactly what we want to do, but sort of guiding it along. Here's one without any guidance. It's going all over the place, so you'll end up like a regular rosemary bush. But if we take this off, shorten these, shorten these, shorten these, and then we have to decide up here which is our leader. And I think this line is better than going this way. Well, I guess it could be either way, but let's just say we're going to stay with this a little more upright, right? And then just take off the tip so it'll force more growth here, and then we could continue on. Maybe shorten that up. See what I'm doing? Okay, this one here, I think our main lines is probably like this. So this will get shortened, a little bit shortened, because this is like our sacrifice branch or a lower branch that should be kept long. This is going to compete with the apex, so we go ahead and remove this, but we have enough stuff down here. And then same thing with this. And then now it's going to go up that way. Cut it off about here. Oh, too much. It's supposed to be here. Well, let's see now, how can I fix that? Okay, so since I goofed up on my apex, let's go this way, and this is our apex. And then that's one of the disadvantages of doing on camera. It's live, and sometimes you hit the wrong mark. So But it's not bad though, right? You got a line on, oop. Okay, so now we got a line that goes this way, this way, this way, and go that way. So yeah, although that was not my intention, it's still okay. Okay, so we got a line going this way, this way, this way. This is too long. It's going to try to compete for the apex. Now up here, it probably would be better if I just cut it down to here for the movement. So I'm just going to do that. And then make sure these get shortened so they don't try to compete for the apex. Every one of these branches wants to be the leader, so they're going to keep fighting. But we want it to go this way and up here, and then probably twist and turn in the future. Here's an interesting one. You know, it starts at the base and it goes up. It goes in 3 different directions. So I'm thinking this should not be the leader. This should not be the leader. This should be a side branch. And this should be the leader, but don't have to be so tall, and carefully prune. So what we're not trying to create a finish style, but we're trying to encourage it so that it kind of starts into a style. It will change much in the future. And then this one here, this one wants to compete with the apex, so cut them short. Okay, so now this one here, you know, if this was a finished product, we could wire this down or just cut it, and then usually it'll re-sprout and we could deal with it later. Now this apex going around this way here, there's a lot of congestion here. So I'm going to try for this. There was a half a dozen solutions to this, but I'm just taking this option for now. So this is the line that goes up. It could have been down here. It could have been higher. And I just happened to take this as a solution for today. Here's one that I think become cascade or semi-cascade. So we'll get rid of these, and then don't let this become the true apex. We'll go this way, but maybe we don't want to go up. We're going to cut it here, get this to grow down this way, and then cut it again. Or if this was much stronger, we could either string it or wire it. So bring it down like that, right? So yeah, these are options. It's only a half-year old, so you know, we don't have to make all these firm decisions. Okay, so this was a tray full of rosemary cuttings. So we're from the time I took the cuttings to this stage, it's only been 4 months. So that, you know, those of you that's getting started, you could do this, and in a couple of years, you would have a interesting bonsai. A lot better than what you could find online and everywhere else. And it's simple. Okay, now, if you don't have access to your rosemary in your backyard, you could even buy those in the grocery stores, and I bet you get those to root too. Make sure they look nice and fresh. But other than that, these are very simple. And well, I wish I had some samples to show you, but the reason I started these cuttings because I sold out. And if you are a chef, especially like a barbecue chef, you know, it might be nice to have a nice mid-size rosemary bonsai next to your barbecue, so you could use these when you do your cooking. Okay, so this is Hiro saying goodbye. I'll see you again real soon in another chapter. And I want to keep showing you these very simple, practical aspects of bonsai. So only in 4 months from the time I took cuttings to this stage. Okay? Bye.